The Gibraltar pro-life movement had feared that abortion clinics would be set up in Gibraltar. Fabian Picardo moved to allay those concerns last night, speaking to our news editor Christine Vasquez.
We were very careful in how we dealt with that because, of course, we believe it should be only the GHA that carries out abortions in Gibraltar. We do not want to set up abortion clinics in Gibraltar, but it may be that the GHA tells us for a period or on occasion it has to happen on different premises, but it must be done always under the auspices of the GHA, and that's the commitment we gave. We're very clear about that. We don't want private abortion clinics in Gibraltar. We were specific in the debate in giving that commitment, and that's the position we take.
Minister, I know that I have to wrap up, but I have to ask you one. Could this mean that you might actually send them to Spain?
I don't think that we would be envisaging that at all. What we're talking about is ensuring that we are able to provide the service in Gibraltar in a way that is efficient and in a way that is safe. This is about providing it in Gibraltar, in the GHA, in the premises of the GHA, but the premises of the GHA may not be St. Bernard's, or the GHA may have to outsource that if necessary. I don't envisage that. I'm just saying in the eventuality. But that is different to us permitting clinics to be able to provide abortions privately.
So all abortions will have to go through the GHA, says Mr. Picardo, but they won't necessarily have to be carried out on GHA premises. What does that mean exactly? Both campaigns gave their interpretations today on Radio Gibraltar's Lunchtime Live.
Well, I make with that when it says places authorised by the Health Authority. If you look at the UK, and especially with telemedicine and during COVID, we're moving towards medical abortions and possibly people having the second pill at home. So my interpretation is that we will need some sort of legislation which reflects the changes that are occurring at the moment. Like we say, most abortions are medical and it's a pill, and it's not necessary for the second one to be taken at the hospital or at the clinic. So I think the legislation covers that. And it also covers, obviously, people that will need to be referred to tertiary centres for very specialist care later on in pregnancy.
OK, James, what did you make of that?
Unfortunately, it confirmed one of the suspicions that we had earlier on in the campaign, where we kind of thought, well, it seems to be saying this and the government saying this, but actually it's a bit unclear. One of our concerns on that front, and you mentioned medical abortions where the second pill is taken at home, I think we have a concern there for women's health and for their safety. There's been a number of reports.
They are supported. They're taken at home, but they are completely
without
supported.
Getting back into the debate, I think if the supports and systems are there, I just think it needs to be very carefully monitored. There's so many kind of horror stories coming out of the UK.
Gibraltar's new abortion law will have to come into effect in the next 4 weeks. It represents a significant change, and it'll take some time to understand what exactly it means in practice.